Hey students, in previous lecture I discussed natural join. Today I will discuss the rename operation. We need rename operation for three reasons. First, in the form clause, there may be some relation having same attribute. For example, student and instructor can have same attribute ID. In the result, we cannot distinguish which ID is for student, which ID for instructor. That's why we should rename student ID and instructor ID. Then second, if there is any arithmetic operation in the select clause, then the resultant attribute doesn't have any name. Suppose we have marks and we add 10 marks to everybody. Then we should write it updated mark. Otherwise we cannot distinguish which mark is old one, which one is new one. Okay. And sometime we want to give different name in the result. We want to see in different name than the base name. So these are the three reasons for which we want to rename. We can rename by the as clause. We'll write the previous name as and new name. So old name as, new name. The as clause can appear in both select and from clause. Now select name as instructor name. Here in select we use the as and course ID is same as previous. Then from instructor teaches, where instructor ID equals to teacher's ID. In the previous code, there was select name course ID from instructor teaches, where instructor ID equals to teacher's ID. This name we write as instructor name. This is one form of renaming. In select, we can use the as clause. Now for all instructor in the university who have taught some courses, find their name and the course ID of all courses they taught. So select T name S course ID from instructor as T, teaches as S. So here this instructor we rename as T and teaches we rename as S. And now rather than instructor we can use T and rather than teaches we can use S. So here T ID equals to S ID, as instructor is renamed as T and teaches as S. So here we use T, here we use S, here also we used. One reason to rename a relation is to replace a long relation name with a short version and more convenient version that we can use in the query. So here instructor we replace as T and teaches we replace as S. So rather than instructor and teaches, T and S are more convenient. Another reason to rename is it helps in the comparison. When we are doing Cartesian product, it will be easy to distinguish if we rename. Without rename, it's too difficult. Now find the name of all instructor whose salary is greater than at least one instructor in biology department. That we can write as select distinct T name. Distinct means it will remove the duplicate from instructor as T, instructor as S. As here we are comparing instructor with instructor. We are comparing whose salary is greater than at least one instructor in the biology department. So we are comparing salary of instructor with salary of biology department instructor, where T salary greater than S salary and S department name equals to biology. So this instructor is for biology department and this T we are comparing with biology department instructor. T salary should be greater than S salary and S department name equals to biology. Here we are comparing within one relation. So renaming helping us to distinguish between biology department instructor and other instructor. So we can compare other instructor with biology department instructor whose salary is greater than biology department instructor. Suppose there is an instructor named X, there is an instructor named Y, Z. Here let department, let computer science, let physics, let this is biology. Salary 10,000, 8,000, 9,000. It also output as X. Now 10,000 is greater than 9,000, 8,000 is less than 9,000. So it is comparing within that instructor relation whereas Z, who belongs to biology department, salary is 9,000. And another instructor name is there, Y, who belongs to physics department, whose salary is 8,000. 8,000 is less than 9,000. And it is asking whose salary is greater than at least one instructor in the biology department. Hence, it will show only X. So after renaming, it's easy to compare within one relation. We can easily compare within one relation or multiple relation. Sometime this renaming called as correlation name, table alias, correlation variable or tuple variable. Here you can say instructor table alias is T, instructor table alias is S. In today's lecture, I discussed rename operation. Rename operation we can write by using as clause. Old name, as, new name. For various reasons, we can use the rename, especially for comparison. In select, also in from, we can use the as clause. In select, for renaming the attribute. In from, for renaming the relation. In next lecture, I will discuss string operation. If this lecture is helpful for you, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.